Okay, welcome to our second video. Today we're gonna talk more about the stripping experience in LA. We have Harley here, and she is the only one that I know who can tell us about this entire topic. So thank you one more time.
Yes.
What is the main difference between this scene, I mean stripping scene,
Okay.
LA versus Vegas?
So I've actually never stripped in Vegas,
Okay.
and I choose not to.
But you must know people
I know. I've heard stories, and it scares me. So Vegas is that's like the finals of stripping. So
Heaven.
if not heaven, like the best of the best. Oh yeah, heaven. Sorry.
It's heaven, best of the best.
That is heaven for you. That's right. That's right. For me, no.
Okay.
Okay, yes, that's heaven for a man. That's
Okay.
or woman, whatever. So yeah, it's like the best are there.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best hustlers, the best pole dancers, the best strippers, just the best of everything.
Best
And
clubs?
girls willing to do a lot for a little money because the competition is so intense.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
So out here in California and LA, it's not as intense. It's intense. The competition can be like a little bit much, but it's not like fucking Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Or sorry, I didn't mean to cuss.
No, it's fine.
Okay, it's not like Vegas. Vegas is just a lot to deal with. It's very overwhelming from what I've heard. Like I said, I've never stripped there myself, and I choose not to. It's just, you go into a club and depending on what club or whatever, there could be like 50 to 100 girls working. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just ridiculous.
That's a lot.
And I feel like...
How about LA? What is the...
LA, I mean, it depends on what club. The ones out here, maybe like the really big ones, maybe like 20 to 30 girls, but that's a lot. That's a lot.
20 is already a lot?
Like my little club mat, my little hole in the wall that I used to be in, a busy night would be like 10 girls.
Wow. And how big is the audience? How many guys can watch you at the same time? 100? Or...
Well, I mean, it's whatever the capacity of the venue.
Oh, okay.
So if the capacity is like 500, that's great. But how many people are actually going to show up?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes there's like 10 girls dancing and there's only like 20 guys there.
Really?
Yeah. It
I
happens.
thought it's packed just because it's not as common in LA, so guys will take the opportunity to go and see that.
So
because they cannot see it on every corner, right?
Right. Strip clubs are not near as common as they were in like the 90s and 80s. Like it's really gone downhill with strip clubs, especially in California. So I feel like they do get poppin' maybe on the weekends, maybe, but it's not as good.
So what kind of strip clubs are there? You say
In
that there's
LA?
a full nude,
Yes.
topless, and...
So there's full nude, there's topless, and there's bikini bars. So that's what we have in California.
Can you explain
yes.
the difference?
So let's start with bikini bar. So bikini bar is where you leave everything on, and you're in a bikini, and you dance like a stripper.
Oh, okay.
So that's that. Okay. Those places do have alcohol because, like hard alcohol, because they're able to have a liquor license.
Okay.
Because the women are fully clothed. Well,
Fully clothed.
bikini clothed.
Low-wise.
Yeah. So that's bikini bars. So the next step from that is a topless bar. So that is where the girl has bottoms on, but she's topless on stage. So that's topless. And depending on the venue, most venues, if they're topless, they have a liquor license as well because they're allowed to in California. There's very strict rules, but they're allowed to. And then the one after that is full nude. So that's on stage. They can take off everything and just be fully nude. So for that one, they do not have alcohol. They do not have full alcohol, like hard alcohol, because that's illegal in California. So those are like the different types of clubs you can go to. It really just depends if someone's looking to go to a club. It just depends on what you're going for. So if you're going for like if they want to see
Tease, more like...
That I would say is more closer to burlesque. Because a lot of burlesque people actually do work at bikini bars. I don't know how to explain it. It's more of like the performance aspect.
Yeah, because you know,
and guys,
check the girl how she's...
Right. And guys feel better about themselves going to a place where girls aren't taking off their clothes.
Why?
But they're still seeing hot chicks.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like,
I don't know. It's just that's
from a guy experience, the girl in the bikini is much sexier than
That's
nude.
true too.
than nude because your imagination works.
Right.
You know?
And I've been told that too. Like some guys, they don't like going to full nude because then you just see everything.
Yeah.
And then it's like you can't. I don't know. Some guys, like you said, like to imagine, use their imagination, and so there's. If the full nude is too much, then you go to topless. And if that's too much, then you go to bikini.
I have a friend. She works as a bartender in probably like a full nude bar because she told me that they don't serve any alcohol and she only sells like a Pepsi and
and like Red Bulls.
Yeah, Red Bulls and stuff like that. Which when she first time told me, I'm like, what? But then you told me the same thing, so I wasn't surprised.
Yeah.
So, what kind of, let's call it, service can you get in those bars?
So, bikini bars.
Officially, we talk on the officially.
Right. It's all different depending on the venue. But for bikini bars, you can still get lap dances. However, it's bikini bars, so everything's fully clothed. But so there's stage dances where you tip the ladies on the stage, and then lap dances. Then with topless, it's like the same thing. Depends on the venue. Sometimes topless and full nude places have VIP rooms. The place that I used to work at did not have a VIP room. It was just stage dances and lap dances.
What's VIP room?
Okay, so that's mainly like full nude places that I've experienced, and pretty much you can pay for, I don't know, like a half hour or hour, whatever the time is, and it's a room all to yourself with a dancer.
Okay, sounds interesting.
Yeah, you can get a really long dance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So pretty much that's what that is. I really don't like to work a place with VIP rooms because
It's like shady as fuck.
yeah, and sometimes people have the expectations of other things happening that I am not willing to do.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah. For the topless places, you can take off your top on stage, but on the floor your top needs to be on. Sorry, I hit this.
Really?
Your top needs.
Why?
Because California hates boobs.
But
There are rules. People bend them. So, I'm going to tell you the rules, but like.
oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay. For topless, at the place that I used to work at, the rules are when you're giving a lap dance, you need to have your top on and your bottoms. Your bottoms on the floor need to be bikini. So meaning like you can't wear a thong. Okay? And the reason why it's like this at this topless place is because of liquor license. So you need to have your bikini on and your top. And you must have, while you're giving the dance, you need to have one foot on the floor at all times. So you can have the other one up, the other one needs to be on the floor at all times. And technically, you're not allowed to sit on the person or, do whatever on them for like longer than 3 seconds. Like you can't like literally just sit on them and just like, So you need to get up, and there's no touching allowed.
Can you do that thing one more time?
I'm gonna
get strike for this video already.
Sorry, you're the one that wanted to do this.
That's okay. That's okay.
So those are technically like the rules. Also, when you take off your top and you're on stage, the pole. When you take off your top, you're supposed to be within arm's length of the pole. So let's say like you're towards the end and you take off your top and you're like, you can't walk to like the front of the stage. Security will flip out because that's really illegal. So you have to stay, like you need to imagine that if your arm's out that you're able to touch the pole.
So how about guys? So that means they cannot touch you at all, right?
No, they're not supposed to touch you at all.
So how they're gonna tip you?
They throw it.
Okay.
Make it rain.
So they cannot put it like under like.
No, you can't. No? You can't like take their. No.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So the law is very strict here.
It's strict. Some places are more strict than others. Does that make sense? And in terms of enforcing it.
Yeah. So.
Because you gotta make money. Like these rules are so strict, and you need to make money. So it's.
And especially if you don't have the alcohol license, you will literally make money just on the stripping, right?
Right. So since they don't have the alcohol license, the rules aren't as strict as if you have the alcohol license. That is what makes the rules strict. In California and other states, completely different story. But I know, like, I want to say, like, Texas and maybe Arizona, a lot of the full nude places are bring your own alcohol. So you bring your own, and so that's obviously completely different.
Yeah, different.
You know,
bring your own alcohol to
yeah, but California, for some reason, you would think it's the most open-minded state when it comes to this kind of stuff, but they're actually one like so strict on the most strict on strip clubs when they're so free. You know, it's like it's strange.
So
I don't get
when
it.
you compare cities within LA, so you have, let's say, you have Santa Monica and Hollywood and North Hollywood and downtown. Are those like very similar when it comes to stripping, or there is like some major differences? Like, why would you prefer to work, let's say, in strip bar in Santa Monica compared to, like, let's say, to North Hollywood? Like the people are different. Or...
Yes, so that's definitely a huge thing. So when people or when girls are looking to work at a club, they need to have a lot of factors like that. Like, okay, who is my clientele? Who am I looking for? Okay. So for me personally, older white men love me. And it's because I like rock music. So I dance to classic rock. I don't dance to rap or hip hop. So that crowd, the rap and hip hop crowd, is not going to tip me. Or they might, to be nice, but they don't really care for me. A lot of girls like to dance to rap and hip hop. So they're going to do better than me in certain clubs that are more of like rap and hip hop clubs.
Or certain areas.
Right.
People are different in every city, right?
Yeah, and then there's like some clubs that are a little bit more bougier or a little bit more like their clientele is a little bit more high end. So like they only hire certain type of girls. So for instance, I applied at this one place or auditioned, and they wouldn't take me because I have tattoos. And because
that's also the fact.
And they're very strict on, I mean, they don't say that, but we all know it. But, you know, because they can't do that. But some clubs are looking for like a particular look. So that club in particular wanted a girl next door look. I'm not girl next door. I'm goth next door, but I'm not girl next door. So they didn't want me there. And that's fine, you know. But that type of club, like every club has a certain look they're going for. So.
Would you work in South Central or Compton?
No.
Why?
I would be eaten alive. The girls, not by the customers, by the girls.
Right.
The girls, they would probably hate me.
So why they work there? Is it because you can make a lot of money there, or?
Well,
Or
I don't know how the clubs in Compton are, but they probably do make a lot of money and probably doing things that I wouldn't do, so I wouldn't make money.
Do you think that some of those clubs can work as a friends?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's super common. I mean, I don't know what clubs, but
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I would never work in Compton because I don't listen to hip hop or rap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like your audience is just
my
not
audience
there.
is not there.
It's
One
like,
time I was working at a club that was like more of a hip hop club, but I tried it out anyway.
you could do like Cypress Hill or something.
Yeah. Well, I did an Iron Maiden song. And no one was at my stage. And I see coming down the stairs this one guy, white guy, running to my stage. So I was like one of the only strippers that would ever play Iron Maiden. You know what I'm saying? And he was so excited. He tipped me and he was like so excited to be there. And I was like, oh, this guy makes me happy. This one guy.
At least one.
One guy.
So what kind of people usually go to those clubs?
Tons of reasons why people are at a strip club and the different types of people at a strip club. The most common ones that I see, I have seen a few celebrities or rich people. They're normally there like randomly on a whim. Like most of the celebrities.
Like they go there to drink or?
Yeah, or like maybe they like wanted to go out one night and, you know, let's go to the strip club, but like that's once in a blue moon type of thing. So they're not very common. The common people are like guys that come to the strip club just to drink, which is very frustrating. Because if you're coming to the club just to have a drink, go to a bar.
Right.
But we all know that they're there having a drink to watch the girls and to not tip. So they're watching it for free. That pisses a lot of strippers off because if you're coming to a strip club, you need a tip. If you are not tipping, go to a regular bar. Get out. Why are you here?
What's the price of the alcohol there then?
It depends. So the place I used to work at was actually really cheap.
Like how
like
much was a beer?
$7 for like
A beer?
Yeah, like a
That's
beer
good.
on draft or
That's not bad at all.
yeah, it's not bad. But some places are more expensive. And it's just, it is what it is though. Like the reason why you're going to a strip club is you're paying for entertainment and you're paying to be entertained, you know? So like whether it's like talking to a really pretty lady and just getting to know her, or you want to see some awesome pole dancing, or you want to see some burlesque dancing, or whatever it may be, that is why you're there. So it is a service. So you still need to pay for it. You know, and you make more stripping than burlesque dancing. And that's kind of like a running joke where if you're a stripper, you're like, oh, you're like a burlesque dancer, but you actually make money. Like that's kind of the joke behind it, because burlesque dancers don't make any money.
Have you ever run into some dangerous situation?
Yes. At the club? Yes. So luckily with me, I only talk to certain customers. I get a good sense of people. So if you're a shady person, I'm not going to talk to you. Because...
So the fact that she talks to me is telling you something, guys.
Yes. So I'm very cautious of who I give my energy to. So one time, I was working, and this fellow wanted a lap dance. And I was like, okay. I wasn't really sure about him, and I was just like, whatever. I'll just do a dance and like, just kind of do my own thing. Whatever, it's fine. You know, I'm just working. So I went to give him a dance. This place that I worked at, it was a little bit more secluded with dances, but not super secluded because they're not allowed to be closed up in the lap dance area. They have to be open. So I'm dancing, and all of a sudden, like I hear a lighter sound, like it's lighter, and I'm like, is this guy like trying to be cool and like smoke a joint while he's getting a lap dance? Like that's the only thing I could think of. Like he's trying to be like, what's up, you know, gangster, smoke a joint. I don't know. But I'm like, this is really weird. So then I see, like, then I hear him smoking and a bunch of smoke come out. And I was like, the fuck? And it didn't smell like marijuana at all. And I was like, oh my God, this is something completely different. And I turn around and he's got like a little teeny pipe. And I'm pretty sure he was smoking crack. I don't know much about drugs. But I turned around and I was like, what are you doing? You can't be doing that. And he was like, no, it's cool. And you could tell he's just like really fucked up. And so I got security and had him kicked out because, hi honey. Because, A, crack is illegal. B, do not smoke crack while you're getting a lap dance from a stripper. Like, what's in his mind?
Yeah, oh my God.
So I was pissed. I was just livid. And then I was freaked out. I was like, is this going to fuck me up? You know, I breathe whatever. You know, like I was all freaked out because I don't do drugs. So I was like, oh my God. And so I'm pretty sure it was crack. I don't know. It was something hardcore. I wasn't necessarily in danger, but that was like a situation where it was very stressful and one I did not want to be in. It was a little bit weird. So yeah, so it's like shit like that. And I think that's the most safe one I can tell you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Now you don't have to be specific at all, but have you ever met a girl who ran into a situation so dangerous that she had to quit the job?
So most of the time when girls run situations like that, a lot of these, I think what people don't realize is strippers are really tough. They're tough people because they deal with so much shit. Like it's just ridiculous. So they're more tough about it. And girls have left the club. They don't necessarily quit, but they leave and they come back later. There's a couple girls have really intense stalkers and stuff like that, but normally they handle that through the police. A lot of girls, I'd say most strippers have had a restraining order at some time in their life or have filed for one.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
How you can file a restraining order when you don't know the name of the guy or...
Because you get that information.
How?
The only thing that's hard with the restraining order is it's hard to serve it because it depends if the stripper has their address or not. So you have to have their address to serve a restraining order. It's not necessarily the customers that are bad, it's like the girls' boyfriends. Because they're jealous. Because they don't like them working the strip club. Or they have a pimp daddy. Yeah, it's more of that kind of stuff.
I'm sure that in such an area and such an environment, it's very easy to get offers to something that is illegal. How common is that?
Every day.
Every day?
Every time I work.
Every day?
Every time.
What the fuck?
I've never had a shift where someone did not ask me for like, or just like whatever. Every time. And I think, thank you. No.
That is crazy.
Yeah, so it happens a lot. People
Okay.
ask. Yeah.
I have here like a couple questions that people ask me.
Okay.
That's
that's exciting.
That's a people from I give opportunity to ask people from my Patreon.
Yeah, okay.
So there is about like, you know, few questions that I already mixed in to this.
Okay.
You know, but first one is if you were ever ashamed of your work.
If I was ever ashamed, I've never been ashamed of what I did, and like being a burlesque dancer and being a stripper. I was never ashamed of it. People try to make me feel ashamed of it though.
Mm-hmm.
Like people try and be like, you're better than this. You know, you're a performer. Why are you stripping? And it's sucks because I don't feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry.
But they are still giving it to you that way. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
People try and make you feel ashamed. But personally, I never felt ashamed.
Okay.
Unless someone's like trying to make me feel, but then I'm like, fuck you, and I walk away.
Exactly. So how much do guys want to touch you?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was a question?
Yeah, I'm just reading your questions.
Duh, yeah, all the time.
All the time.
All the
Okay.
time. Even if they're just like this.
All the time.
This.
That's for them like a
This.
lot, right?
Huh?
Like, that's for them a lot when they like
Yeah.
touch you like that. They feel like that they're just born, right?
They're just. I've had some guys that are just like octopuses, where you can't get their arms.
But if they
off
do that,
you.
the security like kicks
If
them out.
security's there, yeah.
Yeah. If security is there, okay, nice.
If I'm like, excuse me. Yeah.
So the security guys, are they tough or are they like weak or?
Depends.
Depends.
Yeah.
Because I hear some of my stories when a few people from my jiu-jitsu, when they go to strip clubs or something, and then, but it's not in US, but when they go to other countries, and then the security is better, don't even like look at them because the guys are just way too tough for them to
Yeah,
handle.
no, that happens.
Yeah.
Like when I worked a while ago, yeah, security guard got punched in the club, and like all this drama happened because like sometimes customers are crazy. So I've seen it.
There is a question like which is a little similar to what I already asked, but there's one guy asking, what was your weirdest day? Not the worst,
Yeah.
but the weirdest.
Well, I'm weird. So define weird. No, just kidding. I do a lot of weird shit just to begin with. I wouldn't say it's weird. I'm gonna say a happy weird thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if it gets really slow, but there's people that come in that I know.
How long is the shift, by the way? Like usually?
It depends. Because California recently changed the law, so now we actually have like time limit. Like we have shifts now. Technically, I don't think you're supposed to work over 5 hours.
Okay.
Technically.
Okay, 5 hours.
Yeah,
Go
I
on.
want to say. Anyway, if it's really slow and I know people like the regulars and stuff, I will do funny things just to entertain myself and other people. Like for instance, sometimes I'll go on stage and eat a cake, and that's all I'm doing. I just eat a cake to like a really depressing song. Or like I have a
like topless eating.
yeah, and I'm just
cake?
like pretend like I'm crying.
Yeah. Okay.
Or like I have a pizza outfit and I'll dress up as a pizza and eat a pizza. Or like I have a poodle mask and I'll be a poodle. Like just to spice things up. I try and make things spice it up when the energy's low, because I like really good energy, so I try and bring that to the table. Oh shit. Also, I've done the Macarena with other strippers on stage. Just to like.
We did it as a kids.
Yeah, so I like to
Kindergarten.
I like to make it fun. So
that's like the weirdest.
I guess that's the weirdest. Besides, people trying to
Crazy.
smoke crack and people trying to do crazy things to me. I would say that's the weirdest. That is probably not common in a strip club. Me pulling out a pizza outfit.
Okay, so I think that's enough for today's video.
That's a lot,
because we
that's a
learned
lot.
a lot. So guys, if you have any question, feel free to write it down. We will maybe do in future some other video when she can answer all your questions.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing this.
Yes.
You told me a lot.
Yeah, I hope
Now
it's
we all
educational.
know more about stripping in California.
Yes,
What
yes.
an achievement, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Good times.
Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye. How the hell you could be stripper if you are like,
Are you kidding me? You guys
Like
love
weird.
stripper nerds.
Really?
Yeah.
Stripper nerds? Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Like the schoolgirl skirt and stuff?
Oh, okay, okay, but
Well, also I'm a true nerd too, so
Okay.
guys
Yeah.
like that because then you have
That's
something
true.
to talk about.
That's true. Yeah.